Did you show Ryan? Okay, so we're live, guys. Nine.
Okay.
Here. Is Sarah with us? Not yet. Not yet? Yeah, and just go
That
to
was a big one, yeah.
I'm gonna read forward the so you're live. So we're live, but do we have somebody taking minutes?
Yeah, I can take minutes, and so.
Okay. Until Sarah checks in,
Yeah.
and then you can both take minutes if necessary. Okay. I will call the meeting to order at 8:05 a.m. and we respectfully acknowledge that the Township of Cabanlonigan is located on the Treaty 20 Michisaugee territory in the traditional territory of the Michisaugee Anishinaabe. We offer our gratitude to First Nations for their care for and teachings about these lands. May we honor these teachings. Looking for, please, a motion to approve this morning's agenda. That was Ryan, seconder, Pam.
Yeah.
And all in favor. Does anyone have a pecuniary interest? Nope. We have no closed session. We have no delegations. Up next, minutes of our meeting of May 21st. On screen, please.
You may wish to, at some point, get my last name correct.
Seriously.
So there's Justin is Justine.
Just.
We'll not worry about that.
We'll approve the minutes
Okay.
amended to proper name spelling.
Sorry about that, yeah. And Justine.
We got our dates right this time. Okay, and second by Justine, and all in favor of approving the minutes. And moving on, we've got, I don't think we have anything arising from the minutes, reports, treasury report. Back up to put on screen. Okay, any questions there? Do you want me to read it out?
No.
No. Okay, now I want to just mention the outstanding BIA box for the sake of people who don't know about our live account for BIA box. And I don't know, Pam, you're aware of?
I was aware of the program, but it basically was done before I sort of even started,
I know,
really.
I know. So it was opened by the former Sherry Susie, who was chair and then treasurer for the sake of an event. And then, so what it is a liability account. So the BIA revenue, sorry, the box revenue is included in our bank account, but it is not included in the reports that we get from finance because it's a separate account. Notionally.
They have to keep it separate, yeah.
Right, okay, so, I haven't in the past, when we didn't have a treasurer, I would bring forward the BIA box report. We haven't done that for years now, to report what was sitting there in our bank account on cash BIA bucks. So when somebody turns a BIA buck into a retailer, a member retailer, they get reimbursed from our bank account. There's been no, there's some on-cash BIA bucks out there, but I don't think we're ever gonna have them turned in. And the question is, I don't wanna leave this thing for the new BIA coming up in 2027. So I would rather talk about whether we need to close that.
I would at this, how long has it been since you had activity?
Yeah.
Reopen it, or whether how we wanna treat that in the future.
What's the balance of it? And when was the last time it was? There was
I
an
don't,
action?
I can bring that forward, a
Approximate balance even, like,
few $100,
Is
maybe,
it that much?
probably not.
I would have thought it was like
I would,
40
over,
or 60 bucks.
I would say less than half of the BI bucks that were given away or purchased or whatever were not
very
cash.
common.
Yeah, so there might have been as many as $500 issued, and there might be $300.
Oh, really that high?
Yeah,
Surprised.
No, it's very common, you get certificates, etc. They don't get redeemed.
No, I'm surprised we sold that many.
He's more positive.
well, we didn't actually sell it
Wow.
when Sherry was doing it. She was
Earnings, giving them out. Yeah.
she was giving them away, yeah. And that process got corrected, and when we tried to sell them, we didn't sell any. So it's a program that doesn't work for us. And
Well, my suggestion would be then bring back, when was the last time one occurred? What's the outstanding balance? And then we can figure out what's going on from there.
And the outstanding balance would be recorded with finance, because they have a different accounting system for it.
Because it's gonna be a liability forever, right? You can't get rid of it.
Well, we can get rid of it by closing the program and making an announcement that, because we did this before for a previous,
You don't do it.
yeah, and we put out an announcement publicly that you have until such and such a date to use these up, otherwise they're no longer negotiable.
Yep.
And then the money just comes out of liability, and,
Sounds good. Let's just see what it is. Maybe call on it next meeting.
okay, so we'll bring that forward to next meeting. So I
Sarah-
just wanted to have a discussion about it.
Sarah's joining the meeting.
And I'll try to get the number. I mean, assuming that marketing, you might want to defer it to marketing to see if it's a worthwhile program continuing, but my
That thing's
feeling,
failed a couple times. I
I
don't think it's worth trying
I
again.
would say close it, yeah.
Everybody's paying with this now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if your BIA bucks are in this, maybe.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
Otherwise, forget it.
yeah. The way that, we need no treasurer is gonna wanna take responsibility for carrying on this thing.
Makes sense.
Okay. Moving on to check requisitions, we just have the one. And it's for $2,500, I think. To Johnson's, 2632.45 for the summer planters.
It's not too bad.
Okay, that's a motion.
That's a motion.
Okay, and a seconder.
I second.
Okay. And all in favor? Okay, so that one check requisition has been approved, and now need a motion to receive the treasurer's report.
To receive.
I'll
Okay,
second.
that was Ryan and Pam, all in favor? Is Sarah on board yet?
Yep, yep.
She is, okay. Sarah, do you want to continue? We're just taking minutes, but do you want to take them as well?
I don't think that's necessary. I can continue taking them.
Okay, all right,
Thanks, Bridget, you're the best.
okay.
No, she said. No. What'd you say, Sarah? Sorry.
I said, thanks, Bridget, you're the best.
No
Oh,
problem.
I did hear that. I just wanted to repeat it. That's
Yeah.
all.
It's worth repeating.
Okay. So moving on to the decorating committee, update Ryan.
Yeah, so the summer players went in on June 3rd.
And they're lovely.
They look fantastic.
Mhm.
So,
And it's all paid, well, it's not paid
well, we
for.
paid for it very shortly.
Once I pick up the check, then I'll meet with Sarah, we'll sign it, and then it'll be paid for.
Yeah, so
Okay.
now it's just a matter of getting the watering regime down proper,
Yeah,
depending on what the summer holds for us.
right. Now we have the marketing committee. The marketing committee update. By Justin. So this, I think, was a meeting about the moving media.
Yeah,
Okay,
so we purchased the medium playlist for $12.39 HST. And yesterday morning, the invoice came through. I don't know, Ryan, did you see that email from Julia? And then we can forward it. And we also split the 4-week campaign into 1-week sections. So approximately for July 23rd to July 29th, we'll run the Girls Night Out campaign for that 1 week. And then for the Harvest Festival or Fall Festival, we will do September 25th to October 1st. But then I got an email from Julia saying that was 8 days. So I just moved it to October 2nd. And we haven't decided Christmas in the village yet or Get Your Spook On for those dates. So I got in touch with Julia and the invoice is sent and I signed the contract a few days ago.
Okay, I found the invoice, send it to it, didn't email that.
So I'm on the hook for that bill. If it doesn't go through.
okay, so we need a motion. To approve payment or to go forward with the,
Well, we're kind of committed at this point, but we need to bring it back
I
as a check request, right?
Mhm, mhm.
So we can't do it now.
I think as long as it's within your budget, you just
Within
bring
the
it forward
budget.
as part of as a check,
Yeah, it
right?
just comes in as a check, right?
Yeah.
I just unfortunately missed the cutoff of yesterday or
Yeah,
whatever it was.
yeah.
well, the cutoff would have been last Wednesday.
Right.
Last one.
Wednesday for.
Yeah,
So we'll just, I'll reply to Julia and just say it'll be next month.
okay.
Mhm.
So, we still need a motion to
Receive the report.
receive the report?
Mhm.
Okay, and you don't need to name the, what Justin just repeated.
There's a little blurb.
No, because I think that is part of your existing marketing budget.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you will bring that forward at the July meeting as a check rec and you'll get a motion to pay
To
it
approve
then.
the check.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So I think there's just one little thing that we didn't go with Grapevine because we were late.
It was.
Right, right.
So.
So
that's just
Grapevine,
next-
I think, is hitting the stands today, and we do have a page about Millbrook, and there were, I think,
There was a few.
four businesses that did
Participate.
participate, as well as Lori Scott, who wrote a blurb about Millbrook and paid for her ad. And I haven't seen the magazine,
No, I didn't either.
but it's supposed to be delivered today. Okay, and I will let you all see it for another marketing committee for meeting to discuss whether there's room or desire to do anything in the fall edition. It's a quarterly magazine, so. But
Right,
the deadline would be ideally August,
Yeah.
so maybe look at it in July.
right. Well, we looked at it as they were doing a blurb specifically on Millbrook, which would have made a lot more sense to kind of rally around that. But as
Yeah.
far as just plain out advertising, it's just another magazine. Right, like unless they're doing a feature on Millbrook, there's not a real point us repeating a blurb on Millbrook.
When does the Christmas one come out?
It was thought maybe it could be an ad for an event,
Right. Yes,
so,
we'll think about it.
but, and it was thought that the summer edition would be the edition to be in because the Fourth Line Theater is their blurb, and they paid for a full page.
Yeah, I think the problem was because the deadline was sort of
The next
I know
day.
that day,
exactly.
it was
Yeah.
sort of, to put something together would have been,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too
Too
quick.
quick.
Well,
Yeah.
it happened anyway with the participation with.
we can also consider for next year too, next summer, be prepared.
Get started
Yeah.
now.
Okay, moving on to, girls.
Receive the marketing committee.
Oh, yeah, we didn't get that done, so I will motion to receive,
Second.
okay, and all in favor, presumably, okay? If anybody objects, just say I object. Okay, otherwise, we're assuming all in favor. Events. Girls' night out. Ryan, I'll turn it over to you, but before I do that, I want to mention before I forget that yesterday, the Millbrook Times reached out to me and wanted to know whether there would be an ad. And the deadline, is June 22.
What's the date today?
The 11th.
Okay, so we got lots of time.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you.
but she'd like an answer, yes or no, so she reserves the space.
I'll talk to
So that would be, okay.
you. So girls' night out, planning is going quite well. I got a meeting hopefully with Bridget and Wendy later today or tomorrow, depending on schedules. We do have a bit of a budget. We have, what was I gonna say? Well, how many vendors do we got so far?
I think we're sitting at 8.
8, okay.
Mhm.
So we're shooting for around 20. So what we're hoping to do, and I'm gonna ask today, is if we can bump the budget for girls' night out up by another 1,500 to 2,000, whatever we're comfortable with. Just to allow us to get us some of the supplies and some of the entertainment. Based on us getting going from 8 to about 20. I know Bridget's blitzed a lot of different farmers markets and local areas trying to, drum up vendors and beat them out of the bush.
Mhm,
So we're hoping we'll cover it with vendors, we just don't have them yet,
right,
right? So I'm kind of putting a motion out there that we would like another upset limit of an extra $2,000 to put towards the girls' night.
so right now we have
2,000.
2,000.
2,000 for costs, and then there was an expected revenue, and the net was.
Yeah, I don't think you had
We didn't put
revenue.
any revenue.
No.
Oh, okay. I didn't bring my budget.
No, we had-
No,
So-
but
Okay, so it was
It's
$2,000,
$2,000.
and now you want another $2,000 to make it 4,000.
4,000. And then we can cover off, a good portion of that with vendor ads.
And make it 2,000 at the end, hopefully,
Or
we're just,
if we're lucky,
Then-
we'll get back to
Yeah.
2,000.
yeah.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
I wonder, would it make sense to do like a little social media post for like a call for vendors?
We've been
It's
doing that.
yeah.
What about like Instagram or like a little?
Oh, well, you don't have an Instagram account.
We do, but we don't know how to access it.
Fast access to
What
it.
kind of imagery did you use? Or was it just like a little text post?
The fact that you haven't seen it is scary.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's been out for about a month now.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Yeah.
on Facebook as
And
much.
more than once.
yeah.
Lots of
That's, I've seen it pop up many times.
That's right, and it should hit
Okay,
Instagram.
I'll just-
Google.
If you're following the Millbrook BIA page, you should see it.
I did see it on the website, but not on,
Maybe we should put
cause I was thinking I could do something.
Instagram again. Or-
Well, you have to figure out your account situation unless you want to just.
Well, I can even, you do it through our own accounts, right?
Yeah,
Right. Let's just get it out there.
So Instagram is connected to Facebook. Is it a different owner of,
They're different accounts, but they link.
yeah,
They're
But
just
they're not
linked.
linked right now.
yeah.
There's the problem.
And we're not sure where the ID for the Instagram is. Like Stacy had it last.
We should ask Stacy then.
She doesn't know. I've asked her before. She doesn't have access either.
Would it be attached to Millbrook BIA Gmail account?
Could be,
So I wonder if you could just,
just hit a reset on
yeah,
it.
John Frizzle might have some
That was like
insight on
8 years
this.
ago, he used to.
Yeah. He might not remember, but he might. He's good at this stuff.
It's worth an ask if you don't have anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, I mean, we can ask them, but I mean, in the meantime, we can literally just cut and paste the image and stick it in our own Instagram feeds. Go from there.
I can circulate the image.
Yeah.
It's just a PNG file.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
easy enough, just,
I should take a look.
but yeah, no, you're right, look, it has Instagram marketing, it's Facebook for,
I don't know if vendors would be on Instagram, but like,
I don't know what bushes these vendors are hiding under. these
yeah.
days.
I know, all right, but
We've been trying pretty hard.
So right now, correct me if I'm wrong, there's a link to the application
Yes,
on could there also be an email, which we've
it's gone
now,
out,
Yeah,
but we sent an email to
with a link to the application.
all the past vendors that we had on file.
okay. And on the post, could you put the Girls' Night Out email as a place where people can inquire?
yeah,
Yeah, it's on there.
It is on the post now?
Yeah,
The
GNO, isn't it? CavMonaghan.net /
No, that's the,
No, I'm,
she's talking about being able to email directly to the Girls Night Out email address for inquiries. Right now, they've just been going straight to Bridget.
yeah.
right, but that might be, sometimes people don't want to apply, they want to ask a question.
Yeah, but there's,
Many numbers on there.
yeah, there's been a couple people that have gone back to the Girls Night Out, you know, like I blitzed, I don't know, 20 maybe people.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think
Okay.
maybe what the Instagram thing would probably be a good idea, because I think a lot of
set
vendors
up-
probably are, yeah, so we can maybe troubleshoot
I'm finding
that.
more and more when I go looking for somebody, they're not on Facebook, they're
They're on
on Instagram
Instagram,
only.
yeah,
So maybe we'll use the Girls Night Out to set up its own Instagram,
well,
right? And
we could
use
do
it-
one or the other,
Oh,
but,
that email. Yeah, that's
I
a good
think
idea.
the other thing you might be running into is just scheduling, so maybe people are just trying to figure out their schedules before they register, so.
Maybe. Anyway, we'll do a little bit more marketing blitz on that.
Okay. Because I've had people inquire about the not-for-profit
Yes. I do too.
booths. Does the ladies' night, the Girls' Night Out committee have a policy on? They can provide it, assuming they can provide the insurance.
Yeah, we have no.
Do they get a free booth?
Yeah, if they're,
As they have in the past?
if they're just like information or anything like that, they typically get a free booth. Again, they just have to.
Girl guys wanna sell cookies?
They can, yeah,
So you just have to provide a certificate of.
So
insurance.
same rules, they do.
So
I'm
they,
trying to remember who came in and asked.
so these groups should apply to Girls' Night Out email as opposed to the online application.
Yeah, because the
Okay.
online
For
application,
money,
yeah,
Okay,
so we'll keep track of them in separate,
okay.
because we think we have 2 already, don't we?
And then,
Yeah.
and then,
One.
once they land,
But our objective is not to have charity ones in there, we would really love to have paid.
Yes.
yes,
So
Yeah.
we're not gonna go marketing every
Well,
not-for-profit to see if
my-
they can set up.
the suggestion would be to keep it to the local groups, not to groups outside the township that might come in.
In a couple of weeks, we might just take anybody that.
in terms of paid vendors,
No,
or
I
in
mean,
terms of
in
like
terms
community
of
groups, yeah,
not-for-profit.
yeah.
Like in the past, there were a couple of not-for-profits that came in. There was the Hearts for Joy.
Mhm.
And then there was Claws that didn't come in because they didn't have the insurance, but
Yeah, Ladies' Night Out or Girls' Night
They-
Out is about shopping,
yeah,
so you want shopping experiences more than anything.
I agree. But if somebody reaches out
Yeah, we're not trying to,
and they already have for their local groups, and I think it would behoove us to connect to the guides and the scouts. That's,
Mhm.
I think if it's okay, I'm gonna let them know to reach out
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Girls Night Out, email if they want to, participate, because
Like, reach out.
the leaders there have changed over time.
I had Kathy coming in semi-regular, I'm in touch with her because she,
And Sandy
they're
Priest.
cookies. I don't usually talk to Sandy, usually it's
Yeah.
Kathy,
Well,
because
she's
she's the one
got-
with cookies.
Yeah,
Sandy's the scouts person, but
yeah,
Kathy, I have her email.
Yeah.
I can send her a quick note,
yeah. Well, the scouts are,
I'm sure.
active again.
Yeah.
And, so who knows, maybe they could actually volunteer. You need help.
We don't have that many volunteers for this one.
Yeah, okay,
I have another question.
yeah.
So when you asked me about a stage, did you find?
Yeah, we're doing
You
that.
got one? I sent an email out to Porter Sound, but I didn't.
You. We don't have enough money for him,
Yeah, well, I just, I know Bill,
unless he wants to volunteer.
but it's just like to get information, because. Yeah,
Yeah, you usually get the stage for the fall festival, it's a little bit bigger.
did you have somebody that worked for
Riley?
Riley? Yeah.
They had somebody a couple of years ago when they did the fall festival for some kind of stage.
Yeah, well, we did get a stage for fall
Okay.
festival. We didn't-
Not, sorry, Ladies' Night 2 years ago, there was some kind of stage.
No, it was a trailer.
Flatbed.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, I'm too busy. I remember there was something raised up out there.
A flatbed.
Did you get a hold of somebody for this year?
Yeah, so the townships,
Oh, okay,
yeah, the township has a flatbed.
sweet.
Okay, I'm making a motion to raise the budget for Girls Night Out to by $2,000,
Thank you,
That's great.
All second.
okay?
in favor.
Now let's move on to Fall Festival, no report. Next time. Get your spook on, anything to report there?
I reached out to the person that you had forwarded to me who had some comments about Fall Festival, asking, not fall, sorry, about Spook, because
Yeah.
somebody had a couple comments or whatever. They haven't responded to me, but I've started putting together a little bit of a survey, a very short, what hours do you want?
Yeah,
What, how do you wanna see it go? So we get a sense of feedback from people, so you buy in on who, who's interested in stuff. I started just typing that out.
yeah,
And then we'll email it out, and whoever wants to participate, just give us some direction on what you want.
right,
So that's where I'm at with that one.
okay. Specifically, we do not have a budget for it. And if we're going to be taking money out of surplus to buy candy, we have to, we, by motion, we did that last year. It was not a budgeted item, so we need to approve it here.
I thought we put $500 in.
We tried to, it didn't work, it didn't come through in the end. We discussed it. But it wasn't, presented, was talked about, but it wasn't in the budget that was specifically presented to the AGM and at the AGM, and then it didn't come through in the end, so. We do have a precedent for it, was $500. Is that enough?
Well,
Well, that's why I was gonna get feedback to see how many people
Yeah.
want that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna question that one, right, cause I did hand that candy out to everybody.
Yeah.
To deliver, and I mean, it was, most of the places already had candy and had stuff.
Yeah,
So it was kind of like, you're giving to some, but not others.
Well, and
it's
that's-
just weird, right? Like,
Yeah.
it had a bad feeling to it when.
Well, and that's
Certain
why-
stores had already gone out and bought a lot of stuff, and they're like, well, I don't need any more, because. And then other stores just didn't buy anything, so you gave it to them to give them candy to it, so it was a really weird way of handling it.
right, now, and then the feedback we got afterwards was, there needed to be a map or a designated, like who's participating and who's not participating. So if a business decides that they don't want to participate because BIA is not paying for the candy, then they're not on the list, but we need to tell the public where you can go to do this.
And that was one of my things is,
Yes,
can you commit by a certain date so we can put together a map?
yes,
Kind of thing. That was one of my questions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it short, but that was one of them is,
yeah.
do you need candy to be able to participate, or do you have, or how do you want? You know,
But
but it's a- I
again,
don't
like,
know.
I think we
I
did
think
okay,
it's a little bit unfair though,
100% unfair.
because
Like,
some businesses are very, we don't have the funds, and others are, we're going to put the funds aside and do this.
yeah, like it's not a lot of money, like, let's be real. Like, And I mean, last year when we gave it to certain businesses, like there were a couple of brand new businesses and they were thankful because they didn't even know they didn't know what to expect from an event. So this year, they should be prepared. Right? It should be a surprise.
And that's just it, and that was one thing that's where I'm kind of caught up on is how do I say, well, in past we gave out some candy, but because who's gonna say, no, we don't want, yeah, you guys go pay for it, but the truth is, as business owners,
Mm,
we do have to put forward some costs.
yeah. Well, there were a few businesses that were like, no, I've already got it, it's okay. I got it.
The thing is, I came in and all of our candy was gone.
Yeah.
And we bought a lot,
Yeah, there was,
and we had some supplemented too, it went.
and there was only a couple of stores that were like, they took the candy because they were like, oh, we didn't know this was happening.
Yeah.
Right, and they were grateful to have some, so.
But I think it's around 300 kids that come.
Mhm.
Typically, it's my understanding, 300, maybe 400. And, for some businesses, they're like, no, I can't cover that much dollar wise. But is it fair to, businesses who can or have budgeted for, or in whatever way have the funds for it, is it fair for them to pay, and those who don't get it subsidized?
Right.
And there's where I kind of go, for me, it's part of
No, I agree totally.
marketing my store.
I felt,
in
I
a sense.
didn't feel so good last year.
Sarah, I feel like you're not part of the discussion, and I know you're a supporter of Get Your Spook On, but do you have anything to say around?
I mean, we budget for it. We buy our own candy. We know there's gonna be at least 400 kids coming by. I did feel I think Ryan's 100% right. There were a couple of new businesses that just didn't know what was coming at them. And so I think it was helpful for them, but I honestly just think that's a marketing committee job to let people know that this is happening and this is what you can expect. And so then everyone knows, and it's not a surprise sort of the week of.
Right.
Right. Well, I think it's time for the summer newsletter, and I'll do that. And maybe we can put some kind of a survey in there, and if I'm to print we can send it out by email, it can be posted on the website, but still people will say they didn't get it. So do you want to hand out some printed copies?
Well, if we go through an email list, there's a few people that I know we don't have an email for.
Yeah,
But there's some people I think that we should probably once go around to everybody and. Is this where you want your communicate, like, this is where we're sending communication, is that going to the right person, so that you get. No excuses, if you want it, don't want it, it's going to that email address or tell us
yeah.
what you want it to. So if we kind of check in with everybody once, I mean, we know some key people, their
Okay.
emails are good, but. One time to people, and then it's like, this is our main way of communicating with you. Is this where you want to go or not?
Mhm.
And if there's a couple people, like maybe Joe the barber. He may not be on email, I don't know.
No, he has no email and no phone in his office.
So, okay, so we just have to walk one over to him every time. Okay, I mean, that's, if there's just a couple people you have to go to drop something off, okay. But, if you're like, main communication is this. And for somebody like, Joe, who.
So where I'm going with this
Yeah.
is that for people who don't have email and don't have phones and
Yeah, well,
or don't look at their
You mean Joe.
email. No, there's more than Joe.
There are a couple of them, like the community people, do they have one?
Yeah,
Or is there?
They do, but that doesn't mean he reads it. And, there's other, I won't name them, but there are other people that have emails, but they don't look at emails.
And that's.
Force people to read.
No.
So
So you send the email and somebody says, I didn't hear that. You say, go check your email.
We go through, if you go to everybody once, you say, this is, and you communicate with them one time, you say, this is how we're gonna communicate, so if this isn't okay, tell us now, but this is where your email's gonna go, if you wanna know what's happening, read them.
So.
They don't read them, they don't read them.
Where I'm going with this, you mentioned you would be doing a survey. Is this
Yeah.
going to be something that you print?
We can do it online or we can print it,
Okay.
either one.
As soon as we print, then we have costs. Now we have a running tab with Brad, not a
I can just-
problem. It's contained within the marketing budget, so just remember that when we go and get printing done, it comes off the marketing budget. And you shouldn't have to, at your own cost, as
It's
all
paper.
of us have, all of us have done, including Fourth Line Theater and
Yeah.
I'm sure Sarah, I have, you know, gone and done our own printing when it's black and white and gone around and handed out the information.
That's all it would be if we were doing it in print, is just
Okay.
a simple black and white, but I figure can do it online, and if you have to print a couple copies for Joe,
Yeah.
if he wants to participate, like
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
And when you go into a business and you're trying to have a discussion, nobody has time to talk to you. So
Yep.
it's handy to hand them something.
Yep.
So they can deal with it later. Yeah. So I will suggest that I will do, it's time to do a newsletter. We did one in spring, summer now, well, it's about to become summer. And by end of June. And you can do your thing. And I'll reiterate it in the newsletter, and I would intend to just send it out by email as opposed to print it off and hand it out. But if we do decide to print.
Well, if
some
you do it
out-
by email, you can also have the link right there, they can just click and do the survey that way.
With Survey Monkey or something.
Oh, can you give me a link for that? That'd be
Yeah.
great, yeah.
That way you don't have to like.
Do we have it within our package? Can we do
Yeah.
surveys?
Yes, we've got the communication survey on there.
Yeah, so we can do it within our own website. Directly to the survey then.
I'll leave that.
I always find just getting feedback, cause then you get buy-in,
Yeah.
do they want it or not, or are we on the right track, is this
Yeah,
making?
people mentally remember it a little bit better.
I just wanna suggest that I can go around to some of those businesses and hand it out personally, like Joe. Other businesses on Main Street, since I'm right there. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Thank
So I
you,
offer up my service for that.
thank you.
And then I have another question.
Yeah.
What would be on the survey?
Well, Pam is here to do that.
My computer died because it was totally out of juice, because I haven't
Right.
plugged in today. It was confirming the date. Start time and how many hours. Because in past it was running like all day.
So it wouldn't just be 11 to 2 and then that's cut off. It's like people would show up.
Well, it was like 10 to 4 or something previously or something like that, and by 2 o'clock, nobody had candy, right? So. Do you just want it for an hour? Do you want it for 3 hours? Do you want it, like, let's get a real sense of.
Did we
Okay.
not decide at an earlier meeting whether it was marketing or whether it was a board meeting, those times right there?
Yeah, I thought we did.
We may have, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean we can't get feedback, so you know what to do
Mm,
moving forward.
It doesn't, I agree with you, but I would suggest that just go with that and don't put, there's no options. Because there's other things that,
Okay.
if you put too many questions on a survey, people won't.
Well, that's why
respond.
I was trying to keep to, you know.
Yeah, so I would suggest that the time be fixed. And we're doing this, and the questions are now about
Who's participating?
who's participating. That needs to be it.
Well, that was the first one, is do you plan to participate?
Yeah.
If not, I mean, there's no point of continuing the survey, thanks.
And do you
Yeah.
eat candy?
No.
Well, and that was.
Not doing
suggested.
candy.
It probably, it needs to start with a little blurb of what the event is, for those who
Yeah.
don't know. How we typically handle it, maybe
Yeah.
with the candy being given out and moving forward. If we're not putting a budget towards candy. Makes this all easy,
Right,
but you know, can you give us by this date? you know,
whether or not you're
Participating
participating,
so that we can include it on a map, that kind of stuff.
yeah, tell them what it is, and then, say the times.
And we
It's been like-
anticipate, you know, 300 to 400 kids typically.
Yes, yeah, do you wanna participate? There's no offer for candy, and then, If somebody wants to leave a box for any other suggestions or comments. So
Yeah.
they get,
You're almost, again, I'm not sure it's so much a survey as much as let me know. 'Cause I
yeah,
think after it maybe is a survey time, how did it go? Did the hours work for you?
I called it a survey because I was thinking, okay, what questions
And
do people have?
so your first one's more of a,
Like
Are
a
you-
question.
Are you in or you out?
are you in or out, right?
Yeah.
That's your survey questions.
yeah.
Mhm.
If you keep it to one question, you'll get some answers. And if people don't understand,
And it's really, it's giving the info to the new businesses that are in
Yeah,
the area,
and that's
who
your,
haven't been here.
exactly, that's your primary target.
Because for me, when I came in October and it was like, wait, there's an event like in 2 weeks and we're not technically even open, but we wanna participate, we don't know what we're,
Yeah.
okay.
you know. So some of these people who only opened last fall after, since the
Yeah.
spring.
They haven't experienced this yet.
I haven't experienced it either, cause I'm never here, I always have to be somewhere else that day.
So for,
Do you know, so stop calling it a survey then.
Okay,
Let's just call it, let's
information,
poll the vendors or poll the businesses to see who's participating.
there you go.
and give them a deadline.
Okay.
And I can put it in the newsletter and it's
Can I-
not an application or anything like that. And if there's a printout, then it's just black and white. And
Yeah.
we can
Oh, yeah,
reimburse
that's
you
awesome.
for any printing if. Okay, keep it black and white so that it doesn't have to get read.
So just so you know, we do have access to the Driftscape app that you'd mentioned a map, Pam, so we could put that. So if they want to participate, we
I
could. put
wanted
it-
that for Easter.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I know.
And it was a little bit of a question mark there for a bit, but they've renewed it for another year, so we've got access to that.
Perfect.
So we could build a map around that.
It's
it
just,
called?
it's just that advertised as an event. Can, Girls Night Out be on
Mhm.
that? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that,
Yeah.
about how we wanna kind of utilize that,
Yeah.
because we want people to visit the vendors, obviously, but we also want them to go in and see the merchants too,
Yeah.
so how we kind of differentiate the two.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But it would promote both.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered about that. You
Mhm.
know, if we could just put our events there without having it be some kind of a contest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the answer is yes, because.
Yeah, I think
it
if
can,
you can just kind of go in and see who's participating
Yeah.
in the Get Your Spook On. You may want to turn it into a bit of a contest but that you get into like prizes and stuff like that.
So that could be mentioned in the introduction blurb. And then the question is, are you in or out? Okay,
You could do like for every $10 or $25 you spend at the business, you get, so many points or something. We could try and fit
I
it
think
with
Halloween
that.
is difficult because a lot of the parents don't, and a lot of businesses don't even have people coming into their shop.
It may just be a map.
They're outside handing it out.
Yeah, yeah.
And parents with their little kids in costumes don't wanna be shopping.
Yeah.
That's the real,
Reality.
yeah.
the other thing is that there's been complaints about the Driftscape app not being, because of the poor cell service in Millbrook. It can't access the app.
So you don't necessarily have to download the app. You can just go to the website. And,
Yeah, but I'm just saying there's been feedback that people couldn't do it.
mhm.
So they don't need, like, if you subscribe to the Driftscape app because you want to see what's happening where, then it's useful for that, and it's promoting the event, it's promoting the businesses that are involved in the event, and it gets people downtown Millbrook.
It's just another tool.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you kind of don't do stuff just because you maybe have one or two complaints, I think you're limiting yourself. I think it's another tool you can use, look at other tools.
I found people were there and they tapped on it and it's like they have to zoom in and zoom in
Yeah,
and zoom in.
yeah.
And that was
Mm.
the most annoying thing. I mean, you just had to keep zooming in it, like it showed all of, I don't know, all of North America or something, and you had to zoom in and zoom in and that was frustrating for people.
Yeah,
So hopefully there's a way that that could be resolved, but whatever.
yeah. I mean, a lot of times these things aren't perfect. They're next editions.
Download
like-
it, like when you look at it on your Wi-Fi, and then you download the map, and then you can bring that around with you walking.
Well,
I
last
don't know if
year,
it has that ability.
it's a
You
word-based
can,
screenshot.
if you have the app, maybe, the web version, I don't know if you can download.
see, you had to have it active on your phone to be able to collect the points or whatever it
Because it was
at
attached to a
government.
point
Need to be
system.
You had
Yeah.
to be within the business basically to be able to collect the points. Like I couldn't give the person a code and they're down the road and they collect their points. They'd actually come to the store.
Mhm. Mhm.
Just another tool.
Another tool.
Yep.
Anyway,
Not good for everybody.
I am pro the Driftscape app, just doesn't necessarily have to be a contest thing. Can be, but it doesn't have to be. Now, I think we're moving on to Christmas in the village, and I don't think there's anything to talk about. We don't have unless somebody has something to say.
Grapevine.
Do we have, well, I think first we need to find somebody who will kind of head it up,
Mhm.
Yeah,
a Christmas event.
yeah, and realistically, until girls' night out is
Well,
done and
I'll
over.
do that one first.
But that's just it, like there isn't much to talk about until we get
Yeah,
something for it.
yeah,
Gotta
but
focus
But you
on-
don't have any details on your fall festival either, so like, cause that would come up before your Christmas in the village.
exactly, yeah, no, I think that, I haven't had a meeting with Lance,
Sure.
so, tried, but tried to get people together, and so that's why I don't have a report, nothing concrete to talk about. But that needs to be brought forward next meeting. We'll keep Christmas on the village on the agenda here, just to keep it in mind, but realistically, there's not gonna be anything to talk about, I don't think, until after Girls' Night Out. Okay. Membership updates. Oh, no, I think we have to have a motion to receive reports under item 10.3.
Moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor? Okay, now membership updates. Now, going forward, I would like Pam to report on this, but right now, I'm just aware of a couple of new members.
Okay,
Or do you want to Sage and so?
so there's Sage and Soul in the, I don't know what the building is called, but it's the.
4 Union.
Okay, number 4 Union, and then, Exo Floral, Events and Florals is sharing the space, I guess, with, Revive.
Yeah,
I don't know what the address is, but it's across the street from me, so it's 17 or 15 or something over there, I can't remember. Those are the two that I can think of that are
right.
new. I can't,
Okay, and we did talk about exo florals last time, so there wasn't, it was just. They
There's
were told to be
Sage
right.
and Soul, and there's Oak and Stone, but they've been there since,
Well, yeah,
they've been there a little bit longer, so they're not.
Yeah, they are new as of our AGM, I think, because they.
Yeah, I
Actually
think they're-
appeared at the AGM and have been, yeah,
So
And-
I don't know who else there is that's new.
okay, that's it, okay. Now, the directory. Are they automatically added to the business directory?
No, yeah,
So-
just have to
So how,
let me know.
how do we tell them to get added to the directory?
If you have a contact, they can either contact me directly, or you can just reach out and say, hey, we have a new member. Can you add them to the directory? If they have a logo, I can then put their logo in it. They can self-populate as well. But some people find that a little bit tricky. So if you,
Justin, do you know how to do you know how to do that self-population?
On the Millbrook BIA website.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Take a
if you
close
do.
look at it.
Yeah, it's probably just as easy if you send it to me to just populate it. It's a quick
Yeah.
email.
Okay. I don't think I want to take all of their information to send to you. I would rather than have them reach out to you. And,
Fine.
send an email to both of
100%.
you.
Just say, yeah, just reach out to Bridget directly. Yeah.
Okay.
You can pop you in the directory.
Okay.
Can I get a few business cards then? So I can give it to them with your email address.
You sure can,
Like-
as soon as I find them.
Okay, well. Or you can drop them at the store sometime.
Betcha. When I go to get chocolate.
And/or if there could be a cheat sheet that we can hand them and say, this is how you put yourself on the directory. But I think point is that for most people, it's too hard for them to do themselves.
Well, I think some people, it's fairly straightforward, but I think some people just find it, you know, they don't want to take the time, right? They
don't
want to do
wanna
other
take
stuff,
that-
so.
They're opening a brand new business, they don't,
Right, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if we can alleviate that, then
Yeah.
that's no problem. It doesn't take long for me to
Okay.
talk to me.
all right. Motion to receive membership updates. Sure, Justin's up,
I'm up.
and I'll second, and, all in favor, there's no correspondence, and adjournment, please motion as of 8:56.
Sarah?
Yeah, I'll motion it.
Okay.
I'll second it.
All right, fair.